So after making my first video, I felt that this would be a good complement to that. And so this time I want to talk about similarities, particularly similarities in all of us. And when I say all of us, I mean all humans, period. I don't care who we are, where we're from, how old we are, what our race is, it doesn't matter. All of humanity, period. And how similar we really are. You know, the power struggle of today, and probably for most of recorded history and time in general, is the struggle of power and making divisions and dividing lines based upon our ethnicities, based upon our skin color, based upon our accents, based upon our financial status, our educational status, all of these things, right? And it's like a part of the human condition. And you look, if you can look from a wider lens, okay? I believe this channel is going to be called Wider Lens of some sort. But if you look at things from a wider lens, right? You look at things from a place of, I got to turn my roll my windows up there. It's loud outside. If you look at things from a wider lens, you can see we truly are all the same. You know, we all desire to live in peace. We all desire to have success in our life. We all desire to reach our goals and ambitions. We all desire to be joyful. We all desire to be one with God, to understand spirituality and eternity, and to have not only a good existence while we're alive physically, but also after this body passes away and we are in eternity. And we all desire these same core principled things, right? It's innate in us. It is how we are created as humans, as souls inside of bodies, right? Like the soul, the innermost being of who we are, desires the same thing. And not only do we all desire the same thing, but we all are the same in terms of our potential. And I don't mean potential meaning specific professional occupations. That's not what I mean. I don't mean the same in our potential with our talents. No, that's not what I mean. I mean, we are all the same in our potential to do evil, to do wrong, to do things that are screwed up, to do things that hurt other people, to do things that damage, to do things that destroy, to do things that complicate and make harder and traumatize. We are all 100% of us, every human being that has ever been born or will ever be born is potentially the same in terms of the evil that we could commit. Now, I don't know what you believe. I don't know where you stand spiritually on this idea of good and evil, but you know what I mean. When you look inside yourself, when you take a moment to think about the times that you have done things that you're not proud of, when you take a moment to get off your phone, to actually put down the device, is that possible in 2026? Is that a physical reality for someone in the world today, that they would put down their device? Even at the dinner table? Even in the middle of a church service? Even at 1 a.m.? Is that possible? I don't know. Maybe it is. Hopefully it is. But if you could take a moment to do that, and to actually examine your heart, and examine who you are and what your potential is, We don't need to necessarily turn to the Bible, but we can. Wherein Jeremiah says that the heart is deceitfully wicked above all things, and who can know it but God alone? It's deceitful, right? Because we want to believe that we are pure. And we want to believe that all of our intentions are good. And we want to believe that all of our decisions are sound and are coming from a place of love and adoration. And we just want to help people and be better. And help people be better. We all want to believe that, right? What's the truth? The truth is that we're self-seeking. The truth is that we are selfish beings. The truth is that we have a lot to work through. That we complicate things. That we are not as innocent as we would like for others to see us. The truth is, we care so much about what everyone else thinks that we're willing to lie and deceive and whatever else for them to look at us in a way that we want them to look at us. The truth is that we would do pretty much anything to get our own way if that meant not being exposed. That's the truth. That's the truth of me, and that's the truth of you. I don't care who it is that's listening to this. That is the truth. Because it's the human condition. It is the condition that we find ourselves living in every day. Today, yesterday, and it will be tomorrow. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Why? Why do I say this? My point is that we base a lot of our lives around how we look at others. You know, we bring a lot of our worth from the way that we compare ourselves to other people. Think about that. How many times have you thought of someone else and you thought, well, my life is better than so-and-so. Well, I'm not as bad as so-and-so. Well, I didn't make the decisions that so-and-so did. And because of that, I'm doing pretty good. And because of that, I feel good about myself. I got a good direction I'm going. No problem. And we do this, right? This is what we do as humans. This is how we live. This is how we act. This is how our mind processes. This is how our heart deceives, right? And the ultimate reality is that we can always find someone to look at and compare ourselves to that in some way would make us feel better about ourselves. But here's the challenge. The challenge is to simply look within our own heart. It's to be honest. You know, it's really hard for us to be honest in 2026. Really hard. Especially for certain ones of us, in certain groups, in certain organizations, in certain people. It's very hard. In fact, it's an impossibility with where we are currently. But it doesn't always have to be impossible. We can make it possible, okay? What's the first step of that? Is by being honest with ourselves. You don't have to be honest with everybody else right now. Be honest with yourself. Put your phone down. Try it. Just set it down. Close your eyes. And just think for a minute about your own heart, about your own life, about how deceptive it really is, and about how truly we are all the same. Okay, I might feel better because I'm comparing myself to someone who doesn't look quite like me and I think they look worse. Or maybe they don't sing quite as good as I do. Or maybe they don't talk as well as I do. Or maybe they're not intellectually sound as I am. Maybe they're not as spiritually adept as I am. Maybe they're not as fill in the blank, talented, skillful in a certain skill, athletic, skinny, muscular, whatever. We're all the same. Every one of us. Not only are we all the same, we all have the same potential to do evil, to do what's wrong. I might not find myself in jail today. I might not find myself on a prison bed this morning. Maybe not. But could I? Sure. Absolutely, I could. I could make a decision today that was foolish and stupid and land me there for the rest of my life. So could you. Oh, no, I couldn't. No, you don't know me. Oh, yeah, I do, because I know me. And if you know you, then you know me too. And you know we're all the same. So think about that the next time you judge someone. Think about that the next time you want to point out someone's flaws to make yourself feel better. Think about that next time you text in your group about making fun of someone else. That's you. That's you. This is you. And allow some humility to start to cultivate within your life. And understand, when we all realize that we're all the same, then we can truly be equal. When we realize that we're just like everyone else in terms of our potential to do evil, then we can look at people through eyes of love. Then we can look at people and we can truly look at them like Jesus did. And we can truly be that which we say we are, because we've seen ourselves and we know they deserve the same love that I hope and pray that I can get too. And so that which you want others to give to you, give it to them. Give it to the lowest. Give it to the one that is on the bottom rung of where you're judging. That is where you find your peace. That is where you find contentment and joy. From doing to the least that which you would do to the most. Because the least and the most, they're both you. Humility. We all have the same potential. And we all deserve a little grace. That's all.